Adom smartphone da e-sanjeevani OPD application download tawbiduna natraga computer tablet sijinaduna e-sanjeevani opd.in da sangbiduna ishagi yumda komna
First, the top news headlines. Naga talks may be shifted to third country, Moiva tells Prime Minister Modi. Two held. Contraband drugs seized during two separate incidents. India reports sharp drop and Delhi spikes with 61,267 cases, 884 deaths. COVID-19 active cases stand at 2,696 in Manipur, recoveries reached 9,334. And Awangbo Nyumai inspects ongoing projects at Faying village. Hello and good afternoon. I am ONEL SHAMBANDURAM giving you the Times of Manipur English news. Now the news in details. In a letter to Prime Minister Narendra Modi in February last, National Socialist Council of Nagaland IM General Secretary and key negotiator in the peace process, Thangaleng Muiva had asked for the Naga peace talks to be shifted to a third country. The Azak Muiva fraction of its NSC and IM wants its peace talk to be restarted at the level of the Prime Minister without any precondition and in a third country. These were the conditions the outfit, which now prefers to be called National Socialist Council of Nagaland, had set before declaring a ceasefire with the armed forces in mid-1997. The first rounds of talks were held abroad. Muiva's group released the 8-page letter to the media yesterday for the sake of accountability to the Nagas and to inform them about the delay because of the lack of response from the office of the Indian Prime Minister. Muiva is the Ato Kilonsa, meaning Prime Minister in the government run by the NSC and IM. A Prime Minister level dialogue indicates talks between him and Modi, media reports said. In the past, the Naga dialogue has taken place in Paris, Zurich, Geneva, Vienna, Milan, Hague, New York, Bangkok, Kuala Lumpur and Osaka. Kaching police arrested a drug peddler along with brown sugar yesterday. The operation was carried out under the supervision of Kaching Superintendent of Police Victoria Yengkom. The arrested was identified as MK Farouk, aged 21 years, son of Tamjijur Rahman of Sora Maninglekai. The police team also recovered a Dio scooter from the possession. The drug seizure took place at Sora Maninglekai. Police said the brown sugar weighing 63.93 grams and the arrested have been taken into custody of Kaching Police Station for further investigation. A team of Commando Unit Bishnupur led by Assistant Sub-Inspector H. Haridas Singh under the command of Assistant Superintendent of Police Operations Bishnupur arrested a man along with 4.04 kg of opium near Ninita Standard English School, Kwakta along Tidim Road yesterday. The arrested has been identified as Hanteng Thangboy Haukip, aged 29 years, son of Nehsi Haukip of B. Kolmun village in Churachandpur district. The man, along with the seized contraband drugs, was handed over to Moirang police station where a case has been registered. The coronavirus situation in India seems to be improving with a drop in the number of Delhi cases and deaths. Official data provided by the Health Ministry show India's active cases are falling, indicating that the number of recoveries is now higher than newly reported cases. At present, India's recovery rate stands slightly over 84%. India's case positivity rate has also been maintained below 10%, another indicator that the country is gradually seeing a drop in infections. The Delhi death toll in the past couple of days was also below the 1,000 mark. While India seems to be seeing a gradual improvement in the situation, several European countries, including France and Spain, are renouncing lockdowns after a recent spike in infections. The total COVID-19 cases across the globe has now reached 3,57,174. As per a media report, 1,45,953 individuals have died of COVID-19 so far, and the number of active cases stands at 77,85,188. The number of people recovered from COVID-19 across the world is 2.68 crore. World Health Organization declared the virus a global pandemic on March 11 last, expressing their concern on the alarming levels of spread of severity of the outbreak. Manipur recorded 192 new COVID-19 cases in the past 24 hours, taking the count to 12,105. The fresh cases were from Imphal West, Ukhrul, Thoubal, Bishnupur, Kakching, Tamenglong, Churachandpur, Imphal East, Kangpokpi, Senapati and Technopal districts. They have no any significant travel history as per the COVID-19 Command Control Room. A man aged 60 years from Imphal West died of the disease at Jenims yesterday. With this, the death toll stands at 75. The active cases as of this morning stood at 2,696 and the recovered cases at 9,334. The recovery rate is 77.10% till now in the state. Well, it's now time for a short commercial break. Stay tuned.
Isagi nuwaitaba awaba pumnamak na chama fahanba ngamba Baba Afzal Saha. Ana layong khangdaba hidak na faba ngamdaba kanagomba na pizza pithak tawduna semjinkiba. Lonaba yeknabadagi ngakthoknaba mane mamau yanadaba nungsiba hanjanhanba yumban punsida ayet apan leitanaba angang yaudaba yaunaba amadi modeling film da mai paknaba. Pumnamak amuktang tanabiyu nungaitaba awaba pumnamak koknaba ngasima call tobiro Baba Afzal Saha. Contact number 703-796-1167.
Nang na medical ta masatpado Asia gina nang natahang malaini. General Nursing and Midwifery GNM 3 years course. 12 pass in arts or science stream and confused to become a part of one of the most respectable professional career of all time. 12 pass and above duration 3 years 6 months. BSc in Medical Radiology and Imaging Technology DMRI.
Ultrasound, MRI, CT scan, X-ray.
BSc in Medical Laboratory Technology.
BSc in Operation Theatre Technology.
Admission open for Naurem Birahari College, permanently affiliated to Manipur University and included under UGC Act 1956. Free admission for tourism and hospitality management and various other diploma to degree courses and training programs. And also special classes on Indian stock market for those who want to invest or day trade. Classes for beginners to intermediate and intermediate to advanced level. For details, please contact or WhatsApp 700-509-7748 or visit our website www.nbcollege.ac.in.
Ma, kaidorage pairaga leiramisna.
Hospital da satlubane. Haksang si khara nungaitedana. OPT ga amata sangalhaude. Mina marola masiliba. Nokpa sina karimta kanadi phola sida ungdun adum leiri sidi magi phola se thugai khibada soiro
adugi oire
mobile paraga kanabadi amta lawre thengange so sita khungda thamuko
yamna tangai phadaba natradi yumdagi adum phone da doctor ga wari sanaraga tanaba yare ima
kamaina se nangsu yango ahambada isanjibini OPD application se Google Play Store dagi download tawrani adagi registration sida namaga mobile number hapsilaga verify tawrani adagi anabagi maming matha hapani adagi doctor asangba amaga adum saksa unaraga wari sanaba yare.
Yam faina dudia.
Se.
Ima kay nungai taba leibage haibiyu.
Ibungo doctor, imagi kokse ngauri tawi. Saning thakning basu kaya phaude.
Adom adongi smartphone da e-sanjeevani OPD application download tawbiduna natraga computer tablet sijinaduna e-sanjeevani opd.in da sangbiduna isagi yumda komna amadi lemna laying bayabagi khudong chabasi lawbiu.
Welcome back. Minister of Forest, Environment and Climate Change Awangbo Nyuma inspected the ongoing projects under the Directorate of Environment and Climate Change Adaptation Project at Fayeng Village in Imphal West yesterday. He also inspected a spring source water supply system, solar-powered cold storage unit under UNDP and Village Knowledge Center. Later, the minister also inspected the work progress of the sewage treatment plant at Hairangoitong under the rejuvenation and conservation of Nambul River. He also visited and checked the maintenance of the riverfront garden at Waheng Lekai, Kaisampat and Kaisamtong. Addressing the gathering at Fayeng Village, Minister Awangbo Nyuma expressed happiness after visiting the community reserve forest in the area. He said Fayeng Village has set an example to the entire state on the conservation of forests led by village head and others. He assured to take up necessary work under the supervision of Chief Minister N. Biren Singh. He said he was extremely pleased to know that every day around 4 volunteers on roster basis are guarding the community forest and opined that if every individual in the state has this kind of awareness and dedication, then the land can be protected for the future generation. He said the understanding and support of the people will help in successful implementation of all government programs. Chairman Hill Areas Committee and Fungyar MLA Laisio Kaising Sekmai MLA H. Dingo Singh, Directorate of Environment and Climate Change Director Dr. Y. Nabachandra Singh and Deputy Director Dr. T. Brajakumar Singh, other officials and locals were also present. Some unidentified persons hurled and exploded a stunned grenade at the residential gate of Dr. Maibam Lucky Kanta in Kwakatil Haino Khongnembi in Imphal West under Singzamai Police Station last night at around 9:30. However, no one was injured in the incident. The scooter-borne assailants fled the site after the explosion. Singzamai Police is now investigating the incident, a report said.
Ngarang yam laibak thiwa thodom da ngarang aigi yumda khoigi samna hai mo bom hai dare ko explosive ma langsan bira me masak khang do mi kharna mase miyam tin mafam da smain taw base aki khangpi base yam nuai jade yaragadi matung da sigu mase tawbida jaba haiduna isin naw sin aina appeal tawjari.
Ahead of the bypolls, a combined team of Thoubal Commando and Khongjong Police under the supervision of Superintendent of Police Thoubal, Dr. S. Ibomcha Singh conducted search operation at Sapam Maning Lekai and Tekcham Sabal Lekai under 34 Wangjing Tentak constituency this morning. Over 100 houses were searched and 350 persons were verified. However, no one was picked up during the operation. The team recovered 23 bags of hamai used in making local liquor, a police report said. Following announcements of schedule for bypolls to 22 Wango Assembly constituency, Imphal West Deputy Commissioner Naurim Praveen has ordered all concerns to keep their licensed guns in the safe custody of concerned police stations. The Mizoram government has summoned a meeting with leaders of Sinlung Hills Council SHC to deliberate on the feasibility of introducing Mar language as a medium of instruction up to primary school level in Mar-dominated SHC area, an official said yesterday. The report said the decision follows a court order promulgated on September 4, 2017, which directed the Mizoram government to implement the peace accord signed between the state government and the erstwhile Mar People's Convention on July 27, 1994. The official said that the meeting, to be chaired by Education Minister Lalsan Dama Ralte, will be attended by top officials of the School Education Department. In a major breakthrough into the Hathras gang rape and murder of a 19-year-old The Supreme Court has decided to hear a plea seeking a Central Bureau of Investigation (CBI) or a Special Investigation Team (SIT) probe today. A media report said that the petition was filed by a social activist, Satyama Dubey, and two lawyers, Vishal Thakre and Rudra Pratap Yadav. In the petition, the trio has alleged that the Uttar Pradesh authorities failed to deal with the matter. The petition will be heard by a three-judge bench headed by Chief Justice of India, S.A. Bobde. The petitioners submitted that a grave injustice had been done to the woman and her family as her body was buried by police without their consent. The 19-year-old gang rape was brutalized by four upper men on September 14 last. The victim died on September 29 at Delhi's Safdarjung Hospital. Her body was allegedly cremated by Uttar Pradesh police in a hurry, added the report. Former Union Minister Dilip Ray was today convicted by a Delhi special court in a coal scam case pertaining to irregularities in the allocation of a Jharkhand coal block in 1999. As per a media report, Special Judge Bharat Prashar convicted Ray, former Minister of State Coal in the Atal Bihari Vajpayee government, for criminal conspiracy and other offences. The court also convicted two senior officials of the Ministry of Coal at the time, Pratap Kumar Banerjee and Nityanand Gautam. Castern Technologies Limited (CTL), its director Mahendra Kumar Agarwala, and Castern Mining Limited. The court will hear arguments on the quantum of sentence on October 14. The case pertains to allocation of Brahmadiya coal block in Giridih in Jharkhand to CTL in 1999. Now it's time for a short commercial break. Stay tuned.
Al Hayat, the best halal restaurant in Manipur. Miyam na pamna chanariba Al Hayat restaurant gi hauraba mathel khudingmak Red Delivery app ki khuthangda order tobiraktuna yamna laina ahenba charges yaudana isa gi yumda thilaknabagi khudong chaba pijari. App asi download tawduna app asi gi khuthangda ngasimak order tawbiyu. Chana thaknaba polam sing khakta natana imung amada nongmar changdraba yadraba grocery item kaya marum suna fanglaba app ni. Ngasimak download tawbiyu. Red Delivery for you.
Miyam gi thogal gi damak thong hangsare. Miyam gi damak ahong ba wai malda adom gi mathau taba apamba commercial vehicle amade machine sing wai binaba aikoi gi phone number 9615846446 ta call tawbiraktuna deeper haiva excavator JCB Poklen Volvo excavator hairiba sing asidagi adom gi mathau taba apamba machine sing wai biba yaragani.
Sina fare tan badinate ko asengba aina pamba darkar oi grocery item singda Red Delivery app sijanaraga order to biro loire chaningba restaurant gi food po ersu overpay to budilar dana pot khudingma discount pibaga loinana khudakte inakte yorai sine Red Delivery for you.
Europe the Engineering Management PIZ amadi General Course tamningba mahiroi singidamakta scholarship 100% fangbada natana stipend oina 4.2 lakh fangbagi khudongchaba leiraba mahai tamfam singni loina na India amadi foreign lebak singda MBBS MD course na chingba kaya masu tamna bagidamak amadi education loan gi khudongchaba su pizari hena kupamorol gidamak contact obiro Fort With Global Consulting Private Limited, North AOC K Grupat Imphal. Contact number 6909374625.
Welcome back. After 3 nights of hospitalization for COVID-19, US President Donald Trump, still likely contagious with COVID-19, left Walter Reed National Military Medical Center and returned to the White House. According to media reports, First Lady Melania Trump and a number of others in Trump's circle, White House Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany and 3 reporters in the White House Press Corps have tested positive for the coronavirus. Just before leaving Walter Reed, Trump announced that on Twitter that he would be back on the campaign trail soon. The president's treatment includes a drug that can cause temporarily boost in energy levels, the steroid dexamethasone, in addition to remdesivir and a cocktail of monoclonal antibodies. The White House has blocked new Food and Drug Administration guidelines on bringing potential vaccines for COVID-19 to market that would almost certainly have prevented their approval before the November 3 election. A media report said at issue was the FDA's planned recruitment and participants in the ongoing mass clinical trials for nearly a half dozen vaccines candidates be followed for 2 months to ensure there is no side effects and that the vaccine proves lasting protection from the virus in order to receive emergency approval. A senior administration confirmed the move last evening, saying the White House believed that was no clinical or medical reason to add additional screening protocols. Those studies have shown that COVID-19 transmission largely occurs via aerosols and droplets. The author of the new study published in Clinical Infectious Diseases said proper hand hygiene is important to prevent the spread of SARS-CoV-2 infections. To avoid possibly infecting healthy volunteers, researchers conducted lab experiments using cadaver skin and would otherwise have been used for skin grafts. The new coronavirus can survive many hours on human skin if left undisturbed, a new study has found. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recommends using an alcohol-based hand rubs or thoroughly washing hands with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. Researchers have said the average face mask may be uncomfortable but does not limit the flow of oxygen into the lungs, even in people with severe lung diseases, according to media reports. Now let's have a look at today's local newspaper headlines.
The Sangai Express. Wangoi Saitu Singhat to join bypolls on November 7. 37 LJP members join hands with Congress. Congress fully prepared for bypolls, says Okendro. Total National Highway 2 Bund begins, 12 hurt. National Sports University site belongs to Senjam Kuno, Senjam Chirang and Koktruk. COVID tally shoots over 12,000. The People's Chronicle. Total Bund begins in Kangpokpi. Protesters, cops hurt in clash. Body warns counter blockade. India's COVID cases breach 66 lakh. COVID tally crosses 12,000. Positivity rate rises to 14%. Total cases crosses 2,000 in Imphalis. RAT stock shortage hits hard. Test capacity dips below 2,000. Bypolls to 3 more assembly constituencies on November 7. BJP misusing power, says Ranjit. Imphal Free Press. Muiva writes to Modi. Demands talk without precondition in third country. Total Bund begins in Kangpokpi. 12 protesters, 6 police injured during confrontation. Manipur Mail. Chief Minister visits fish farm at Wangoi. By-elections for 3 more assembly constituencies on November 7. 10 cops, including 2 senior officers, hurt in clash with people. 260 new COVID cases.
And before we wind up, the top news headlines once again. Naga talks may be shifted to third country, Muiva tells Prime Minister Modi. Two held contraband drugs seized during 2 separate incidents. India reports sharp drop in Delhi spike with 61,267 cases, 884 deaths. COVID-19 active cases stand at 2,696 in Manipur, recoveries reach 9,334. And Awangbo Nyumai inspects ongoing projects at Fayeng village. Well, that's all for now. Thank you for joining us. Keep watching Times of Manipur.